Hey guys, Ruby Masterson here, and welcome back to another video. So as you can see, this is clearly not Star Stable again. I am actually recording Roblox. Sorry hardcore Star Stable fans. But I really wanted to share this because this is something that I've been working on as well. As you can see, we are at a place called Monkey Cafe. This is actually the interview center. This cafe is created by 𝒴𝓊'𝓇𝒾𝒻𝓊𝓁 over there. He is one of the owners. I am also one of the founders. However, most of the credit goes to 𝒴𝓊 and his dev, which they make an amazing team because this cafe is looking really good, and I just wanted to share with you guys because it's so good and it's so underrated. So this interview center was recently updated. The cafe itself was not updated to this extent yet, but V2 is coming out very soon. It'll come out after the Christmas update. So I just wanted to show you guys around the actual interview center, and maybe I'll show you the cafe afterwards. But let's take a look around. So as you can see, there are some seats here like any other interview center, but when you click Alfred over here, he gives you an assigned seat, which I think is so cool because sometimes interview centers in Roblox will have so many people in them, it's really hard to find a seat. So all you have to do is click him and it'll give you an assigned seat. That will also help for people who are seat fighters, so you no longer have people fighting for seats. So there's also something really cool over here. If you look at the sun, which of course don't do that in real life, you'll go blind. But in Monkey Cafe, if you look at the sun, it's a monkey, which I thought was so cool. And I'm not sure how many other cafes do that, but I just thought it was awesome and I wanted to show you guys that because it's something that I noticed that I thought was a really good touch. And let's say that you're actually getting interviewed. You'd walk through these doors, which they open like that, which I thought was awesome. And there's a couple of different rooms that you can go into. Your interviewer will most likely pick you up and you'll just follow them. So you'll come into this room and you'll have a seat. But if you are the interviewer, this little guide pops up whenever you sit in the interview chair, and it'll only pop up for interviewers. So like MRs and stuff like that, anyone else will be refreshed. But basically, you just scroll through this guide, and whichever you click, the message will pop up over top of you. I thought this was so cool because in other cafes, you have to copy and paste your guides and then save your guides in WordPads and stuff like that, which if you've never worked at a cafe before, it is super annoying to have to copy and paste every little thing, and sometimes you make mistakes. Plus, it doesn't spam the chat because it doesn't show up in the chat, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's easier to see answers to the questions, since whenever you do an interview with a bunch of different people, the chat fills up with all the questions and all the answers, and it can get a little confusing sometimes. So I think that this is such a good idea. This is personally one of my favorite features of the interview center, and I think this just shows you how good this cafe really is. Just that little detail is just so amazing. So after you pass, you will come down here into the passer room, and there are a couple different rooms for the interviews, so the interviews should come by pretty quickly. So here's the passer room, cool little banana here, and obviously you'll sit down and wait for the host to come rank you. So this interview center is clearly above all interview centers. I have never seen one this cool and this advanced. 𝒴𝓊'𝓇𝒾𝒻𝓊𝓁 and his devs will be working on V2 of Monkey Cafe, so I'm really excited to see how that's going to come out, considering this interview center came out so good. This interview center in total is just so amazing, and there's so many different things. I think this is an amazing place to have an interview at. But anyways, let's go check out the actual cafe. So here we are. When you first arrive, Alfred the monkey talks to you and tells you all the different things that you can do here. Of course, things like joining the group, buying game passes. He gives you a little bit of a tour of the actual cafe, which, keep in mind, this is still version 1 with a couple of updates. I believe this is version 1.8. The next update will be a Christmas update, and then the next update after that will be a totally revamped cafe because it will be version 2. So I am super excited for version 2. Considering the interview center looks so good, I know the cafe is going to look amazing. So as you can see, we have a couple of games and stuff. Monkey Cafe likes to include a lot of cool games, so if an HR ever wanted to host certain games with their employees or with their guests, they definitely can. And then of course there is a parkour section to the left of the cafe, which we can go ahead and check out. So this is where you start off on this dock. I think it's so pretty, and there's a little boat over here with a glowing banana on it because why not? We love glowing bananas. So here's Alfred. So there's a daily reward and you get some bananas, which bananas help you rank up and stuff like that. And then here's a donation board. Be sure to donate as it will help the cafe grow and help the devs make it even better. And then over here, of course, game passes. You can become tiny like this little monkey. You can buy a hoverboard. You can buy VIP, which gives you a couple different things. And then the rainbow tag, which I really like. And then I also think there is a become a monkey game pass, but I'd have to check. So when we come in, the menu is listed right here, so you can take a look at it. Then here's the counter, and you can order whatever you'd like. And then here's a merch area. We do not have merch yet, but I'm going to be working on some soon, so be sure to look out for that. that, and then a dancing stage just for the fun of it, because why not? Up here is the little VIP area. You can get some complimentary ice cream and hang out with your friends. And then we're gonna head in to where the workers will be. So when first coming in, you will receive a recipe guide. It'll tell you everything you need to know for making certain orders. And then up here is an order board. This keeps people nice and occupied if there's no customers. Here's all of the things that you will be giving them. And you do have to restock. There are two different roles here, chef and barista. The baristas will stay down here and they'll be giving the people what they want, while the chefs will come up to the second floor and will be making all of the food and restocking everything. I thought that this was such a cool design because so many cafes don't do stuff like this. So for example, let's grab our dough, and we'll grab some of this stuff because we most likely will need it in the future. And you put your dough on here and you grab your roller and smooth it out. So I'm gonna put it on a pan and then I'm gonna put it in the oven. There are different things that you can make: donuts, cupcakes, and a bunch of other things. I don't really know what I'm making right now. I'm kind of just going with the flow, but there are different recipes for different things depending on what you want to make. Make sure that you take it out right when it dings because it can burn and we don't want that. So I've made a cookie. So I'll go over here and put a flavor on it. I think I'm going to do a mint cookie. So let's go down here, and assuming that the mint cookies are not restocked. Oh, they are, but that's okay because I can just eat it now. Alrighty, so when you have dirty stuff as well, there's also a function for this where you go over to the sink and you just wash them real quick and then you can reuse them. So I think the chefs have a lot to do. I think this is going to be really fun for you guys if you're big into cafes because it has so many different interactive things. It's not just standing at a desk, copy and pasting the same thing all the time. You actually have stuff that you can get done. So outside, there's a cool pool you can hang out in if you're not looking to order anything. And then here's a sword fighting area and a parkour area over there. I think you win bananas or something if you get past the parkour. Alrighty, so I think that is going to be the end of this video. Please be sure to check out this cafe. It is so cool. I'm going to put the link down below in the description. On screen, I'm going to show you how it's spelled. They did have to add a couple of different characters because Roblox has been around for so long. So many people have stolen group names and stuff like that. So they did have to kind of do a little fix. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!